guys, welcome back to Live, Love, Life, and Travel. This is your girl Shamika, and today's video, I'm finally going to do the video that everyone's been requesting since I did my how to make money while traveling video, which is drop shipping. So if you're new here, welcome. Just to let you know, I do usually upload on the daily, and I upload my travel videos every Monday through Thursday and my free talk videos throughout the weekend. So if you're interested, please hit that subscribe button. So first off, I want to apologize for the delay for taking so long to release this video. I don't really know why it was taking forever. I'm always going to release the videos that I say I am. If you request a video, if I promise to release it, I am. But sometimes I just want to do other things before I get to it. And I did actually record this video before, but a mishap or a glitch went on with my software and it didn't actually save the recording. So it's enough of the excuses, let's get on with the video. So drop shipping, basically a really great way to make money online, a really great way to make money online while traveling, because unlike other e-commerce stores or online websites or online stores, you don't actually have to carry any of the merchandise with you. So what is drop shipping? Drop shipping is basically when you are partnered with or working with or contact with or communicating with a wholesaler or a distributor, and your wholesaler usually is selling something that you want to sell on your platform, and they're usually selling it at a wholesale price. So usually the wholesaler or the distributor have an online store themselves or a catalog. You go through their catalog, you pick out the items that you want to sell on your e-commerce website, and you take the pictures, you take the description, and then you pretty much copy and paste it and you put it on your website. And you also then double or triple the wholesale price. You can make some type of profit. And so you don't necessarily have to take exactly their pictures or their descriptions. You can use your own descriptions to make it sound like something that you would say, or you can do your own SEO work. Sometimes depending on the distributor or wholesaler, they may already be really good at SEO, which is search engine optimization, which is basically using the best key and tag words in your description on your website, so it'll be easier for people to find your product in your store when they're Google searching online or Yahoo search, but nobody uses Yahoo anymore. So anyway, but you can also just have the products that you want to sell sent to yourself, which could be a really good thing to do anyway, so you can actually see and hold the products that you are selling, so you can really make sure the quality is good. Or if someone sends you back some type of email saying the color is off or the size is off, you would know what they're talking about because you've actually held and looked at the product yourself. And so you can get the products, you can take your own pictures, you can get them professionally photographed, you can use your own description, or you can just copy paste whatever they have. And then someone comes to your website, buys and purchases that item. You take the base or the wholesale amount that item was, and you give that amount to the wholesaler or the distributor, and then you also give them the buyer's mailing information, and you also give that to the distributor, and they pretty much take care of all the shipping and handling for you. They package it, they wrap it up, and they ship it to the buyer. So basically it's like you're the face of the products, but they do all the bulk work. You know, like you have to be in contact, you have to communicate with the buyer, you have to represent the item and yourself and your business well, you have to take care of all the administration stuff, but they kind of take care of all like the grunt work, if that makes any sense. So let's use another example. So let's say that you go on to a wholesaler's catalog or their website, and you pick out a bunch of sunglasses. You want to open a sunglass store, which sunglasses are really good to sell, by the way. And so you pick out like 5 pair of sunglasses, you put them on your website, you take the pictures they have, you put them on your website, you take the description, you probably edit it a little bit, you put it on your website, and then let's say each pair of sunglasses is $5 each. And so you put them on your website, and then you just up the price to $15, $25, $30, depending on what the sunglasses look like and depending on what you feel like the mass public is going to think these sunglasses are worth. And so then someone comes on your website, looks through, oh, I like your sunglasses, they purchase the sunglasses, then you take that $5 that the sunglasses originally were, and you give that $5 to the distributor or the wholesaler, and then you pocket the rest. And then you also take the buyer's information, the mailing information, you also give that to the distributor, and the distributor takes their cut, they take their mailing address, and then they package and ship the sunglasses to the buyer, and then the buyer is nice and happy. And if the buyer has any question, the only person they're in contact with is you. To the buyer's understanding, to what they see, this is your shop, these are your sunglasses. They have no idea of a wholesaler or distributor, unless, I mean, some people are now aware of stuff like that, but still, you'd be surprised of so many people don't really know the ins and outs of things. People don't know, like, a lot of name brand clothes and stuff that we buy was originally like $2, and then they're paying like $300 for it because it has a name on it. Anyway, that's another video. So I hope that made sense to you. So, okay, so distributors and wholesalers. Like, when I first did dropshipping, I did it the poor man's way, the cheapest way, which is AliExpress. AliExpress is a wholesale website that's based in Asia, and I actually love AliExpress. If you yourself personally, as just a sole person, want to buy something and you don't want to pay a lot of money for it, go on AliExpress. You can find the same thing. A lot of people, again, do not realize that a lot of this stuff is made out of the same factory. It just got someone else's name on it. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. So AliExpress, you can find almost everything, and a lot of knockoff brands, but not knockoff brands where they're trying to trick you. They don't put the name on it as if it's the brand. They'll, instead of say GoPro, they'll say Pro Bro or something like that, but it's basically a knockoff of a GoPro, but it still works just as good as a regular GoPro. Anyway, so AliExpress, a lot of people use AliExpress to do drop shipping because you're still paying for wholesale prices, but you don't necessarily have to buy in bulk. You don't have to necessarily buy in bulk in a lot of wholesale places, but you don't have to buy in bulk on AliExpress. And also, there is no like monthly fee, there's no registration fee, there's no fee to join, there's no fee to be able to use their services. And so it's kind of like the cheaper way to do that. And if you're new to drop shipping and you don't want to sort of dive into paying a monthly fee or a service fee that a lot of these wholesalers require, then AliExpress may be a good option for you. But AliExpress takes, most of the time, have a very long shipping period, which in a lot of cases some people don't mind, as long as you are completely and totally honest about the shipping time. Every time I've shopped from Amazon, I always get sort of the cheapest shipping price, so I always usually have to wait 3 weeks before I receive anything, and I know ahead of time it's going to take that long, so I'm not bothered by it. But a lot of people do want their items right away. They want it in 2 to 3 days or at least a week. And especially if you're going to be selling on Amazon and you're competing with all these other people, having a long shipping time may hinder you. But AliExpress is an option. I myself, when I get back into drop shipping, I don't believe I will be using AliExpress. I think I'm going to do it sort of in a more professional way because there are a lot more benefits to doing it that way. There are a lot of websites, there are a lot of platforms that you can go and pay a monthly fee or registration fee, and it can either be an individual wholesale company or it can be a platform that you have access to a list of all the wholesale companies that are involved in drop shipping. One great thing about being in contact or working with actual official drop shipping distributors is because they have a lot shorter shipping time, so you look a lot more professional that way. And then also you can actually contact them. They will work back and forth with you. You can send them your own sort of wrapping stuff. Like if you want the package to look more personalized, if you want the package to look like it actually came from you and not just some generic wholesaler or drop shipper, you can send them what you want them to package or wrap the items in. Let's say you have a website or you have a brand that's mostly purple and gold, and you can send all the purple and gold wrapping and packaging to the wholesaler, and they will wrap and package your sunglasses as if it came directly from you. So it kind of blurs the lines even more, so your buyer still believes that it's coming just solely from you. And that sounds a little scammy, but this is how it works majority of the time all over the world. The bigger companies, from Apple to Levi's to H&M, whatever, they all do the same thing, okay? So and so you can also give them your business card. You can also give them like little tags or whatever you want to make it look like it's specialized or customized from your brand, from your company. You can send it to the wholesaler. Not every single wholesaler, but a lot of wholesalers, they're used to doing stuff like this, so they will work with you. Some companies or wholesalers or warehouses or distributors or whatever you want to call it will also maybe even put your logo on the brand. Now that will probably cost you, more. So let's say you wanted to sell the sunglasses again, and let's say I wanted to sell sunglasses and I wanted to put Live Love on the side of it, then I can work with them and have them engrave or put some type of brand that says Live Love on the side of the sunglasses that will charge more for that. But again, it looks even more like it's coming directly from you and not a generic wholesaler. So I believe going that route is the best route, especially if you want to do it long term and you're really serious about it. But if you're new to it, you're like, I'm not sure yet, go with AliExpress. So now, platforms to where to sell your goods, to have your e-commerce stores. Let's first talk about Amazon. Amazon, I feel like it's a really, really great place, especially for newbies who are not ready to yet just venture off on their own and have their solo store by themselves, and they want to sell their stuff on a platform that they already know hundreds and thousands and millions of people actually go to, so they may have a better chance of being visible. Now the downside is that you are competing with other hundreds and thousands of sellers, and you're also competing with Amazon. The upside again with Amazon is, since Amazon is a well-known established company, they are more likely to show up in Google searches, so that's another upside again. But the downside is you're competing with everyone else. But I still think it's a really great way if you're a newbie. I believe I will be using Amazon. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I do think I will be using Amazon. They have two different packages you can use, or what do you call it? I don't know, monthly things you can use. So you can either pay a monthly fee, which I believe is like $20, $30 something, something like that, and I think you get a month free when you first start selling on Amazon. Or you can do just like, I guess they have like the non-advanced or non-professional, like just the solo buyers, where you just pay 99 cents per item you sell, plus like an additional little percentage of everything you sell. So again, if you're new to it, you don't want to completely jump into paying a monthly fee, you can just do the 99 cents per item. But in saying that, you are limited to a lot of the tools that the sellers have available to them if they are selling as a professional, and you are also limited to the things that you can sell. You're limited to the categories that you can sell in if you do it that way. So to each his own, is up to you. Again, if you're selling on Amazon, be very, very, very honest, and this is any website, be very, very honest about your shipping time if you're choosing something like AliExpress. If you are completely honest and you put it in multiple places, just to let you know, loud and clear customers, I'm shouting it to you, it takes about 3 weeks for you to get your item. There is no reason for, like, if someone does contact you, you can always direct them to where it says it takes 2 to 3 weeks. Because even when I did that, I still got people contacting me like, where's my item? I'm like, it says it right here, shipping and handling time. So just be very, very honest. Like, don't go on AliExpress and see, they say, oh, well, it says 10 to 30 days, so maybe I'll just say 15 days. No, just say 30 days. Like, be honest and very clear. It's gonna be better for you in the long term, or the long run. But again, being on Amazon, competing with all these people, there are other people who do ship to 3 weeks, but a lot of people can have like 3-day shipping periods. So it is going to be a little bit harder for you to compete, especially as a new seller when you have such a long shipping time, but it's not impossible. It also depends what you're selling. And then also, if you want to have a solo store, I believe Shopify. I believe it's Shopify. If I'm saying it wrong, I'll put it on the screen. Shopify is actually partnered with Amazon, and I've actually sold on Shopify before, and I like Shopify, and I did make money off of having a store on Shopify. So if you wanted to do both, if you wanted to have like an experiment and say like, do I want a solo store or do I want to sell on Amazon, you can do it this way, because you can put all your stuff on Shopify, and then on Shopify they have some type of widget or app where you can pretty much directly import all your items off your Shopify store and directly import it onto your Amazon store. So it makes it a lot easier, if I'm saying it correctly, but I believe that's how it works, or maybe vice versa. And so that way you can kind of compare too, like how much traffic do I get to my individual solo store and how much traffic do I get to my Amazon store. And maybe after a few months you can see that one is working over the other one, and you can just sort of drop one and pick just that one, or you can keep both. It's up to you. With individual stores, I like it more because I like it with individual stores, I do like the fact that you just have a lot more freedom with it. It's more customized to you. You don't have to follow anybody's rules. You don't have to follow Amazon's rules and stuff like that. Shopify is a great platform to have in individual stores. It's not too advanced, and it doesn't look too kitschy or beginner either. You can have a professional website. If you are very, very beginning when it comes to building or constructing your first website or your own website. But Wix is another one, a Webbler, but Wix I like too. Wix is sort of a drag and drop, so it's very, very, very easy for beginners if they wanted to construct their website. What else? And then BigCommerce is another one, and BigCommerce has been around for a very, very, very long time. And the reason why they may be a good choice is because since they've been around for a long time, it will be easier for your stores to show up through Google search. The longer the platform has been around, like Amazon or eBay or stuff like that, the easier your items will show up in Google search because of the SEO and because how much sort of public like they prove themselves to be legit, so they will show up more in Google search or Yahoo search or Bing search or wherever you're searching. So yeah, so it's Shopify, then Wix. Like Wix is like beginner, and then Shopify is like in the middle. BigCommerce, you need a little bit more knowledge. It takes a little bit more work and maybe even some more SEO knowledge, which is search engine optimization. And then my favorite, last but not least, is WordPress. WordPress.org, not WordPress.com. WordPress.com is used for free blogs and free websites, and you always have to have the hashtag or slash WordPress at the end of your name. So live, love, life, and travel /WordPress.com. So everyone always, it just doesn't look very personal, and to me it looks a bit amateur. And I'm not knocking anybody. I know a lot of people who still uses that platform to have websites and blogs, but I love WordPress.org. And like I said, I've used other platforms. I even use Squarespace, which Squarespace is okay too. It's kind of like, reminds me of Shopify, but it doesn't have as much like they don't have as much like branding awareness or whatever when it comes to Google search. But anyway, so WordPress, every single time I try to like detach from WordPress and use a different platform, I always regret it. I always miss WordPress. I always end up going back to WordPress. I just love WordPress because WordPress has so many options to customize your website. They have such a large range of options, almost too many options. So they have free options where you have free templates, free widgets, free widgets, free apps or whatever, and then you have the paid ones where it looks even more advanced, even more professional. You can completely customize your website to what feels right to you. You can add music, you can add videos, you can add all your social media. You can do that to a lot of other platforms too, but with WordPress you just have so many more options. Now, WordPress basically takes a lot more knowledge and more work to building your website, especially when you start to mess with the coding, you start to add more coding and stuff like that to even more customize your template. It takes a lot more knowledge, and it takes a lot more like tries and maybe hit and miss if you are new to this. The first time I ever built a website was on WordPress, and yeah, it took me 2 weeks to get it right, but I got it right. And the more you practice, the easier it will come to you. And so WordPress is also partnered with Bluehost, and Bluehost is a website hosting platform. So every website has to also have a hosting platform like GatorHost. So Bluehost is another one, and it's connected or partnered with WordPress. So if you buy your domain name through Bluehost, then you do not have to manually connect your website to your hosting site. So it's not like super hard to do it manually, but it just makes it easier, especially if you're a newbie. So as soon as you buy your domain name and you have your WordPress.org, it just automatically connects it for you. And Bluehost is really cheap. I think it's like they always do deals from like $2 something to $3 something a month, and then you pay it all together, which is like $30 some, something like that for a year. And then they have advanced packages also if you want to pay a bit more and get more tools open to you. There's also a widget for WordPress, and I love this widget because it pretty much imports all the things you want to sell on your WordPress from Amazon onto your individual store. Now, unlike Shopify, this is not your items that you're selling. These are more like affiliate links, which I guess is for another video. But let's say I want to sell backpacks for traveling. So I go on my sell who widget, I type in backpacks, and then it will pull up all the top selling, top search backpacks, and it would completely import the whole page onto my website as if I did it manually. It doesn't look like widgets or links from another store. It looks like these items are on your shop itself. And it pulls on only the top selling and the top searched items. So that pretty much already take care of a lot of your SEO, your search engine optimization stuff, because these are items people are already searching for. But again, these are affiliate links, so if people click on this and they pay for it, you only get a percentage. But affiliate links, especially if you have multiples, it can actually add up and it can make be a pretty penny. So I definitely get into affiliate links. I'll probably do affiliate links before I get into dropshipping. But yeah, so that's Wix, Shopify, Squarespace, BigCommerce, and WordPress. So one more thing I want to hit on, and this is why I may do affiliate links before I do dropshipping, is because yes, dropshipping is really, really great because for the most part, you don't have to invest any initial money. Not a lot anyway. You don't have to invest any at all if you go the poor man's route. But in some cases, you do have to have some money to initially start the business. So let me explain. So let's say that you are selling. So let's say you're selling on Amazon, and Amazon only pays every 2 weeks, I believe. Maybe initially it's every 30 days, I believe. So you do not get any of that money that you are making from items for at least 2 weeks. So what I said before, how dropshipping usually works is someone pays for the item, you take that money that they pay for the item, you take the wholesaler's cut, and then you give it to them, and that way they ship the item off to them. So basically, if they buy something on Amazon, you don't have any access to that money. So you cannot take from what they bought the item for. You can't take that money. You have to use your own money to purchase that item. For at least 2 weeks, you're not going to see any return or any return in your investment. So keep that in mind with the items that you're selling. If you want to sell big items, so let's say you want to sell a GoPro sort of knockoff, and a GoPro on AliExpress or wherever distributor you're buying it from is $70, and you want to make a profit, so you sell it for $140 or something like that, or $200. Just know you have to have that initial $70 if somebody purchases that item. You cannot wait 2 weeks till that money is released. That is bad business, okay? Especially if you're purchasing items from somewhere like AliExpress that's already going to take 2 weeks or 3 weeks to get to them. You can't do that. It's bad business, and I've done it, and that is why I don't have a business anymore. So you have to have that initial money. So just keep that in mind when you think about things you want to sell. If you want to sell expensive items or big brand items, just know you have to have that initial cash to purchase the item from the wholesaler, to have that wholesaler send the item to your buyer. So if you don't have a lot of money to invest at first, then you can do smaller things like phone accessories or camera accessories or GoPro accessories, which are a lot cheaper to buy. So if someone buys a GoPro case, and you can find the GoPro case for maybe $10. $10 is a lot easier to part with than maybe $70, depending on your budget, depending on where you are in life. I don't know. I'm just saying, keep that in mind, especially if you're selling on a platform like Amazon. Also, if you're opening a brand new e-commerce PayPal, they also hold on to your funds for 30 days, which is something else I did not know. So again, if you're using PayPal or new PayPal for the first time and you're using it as an e-commerce, they will hold on to your cash or any money that's in there for 30 days, so you don't have access to it. So again, you have to use your own money to get the items, to have them shipped to your buyers. Do not wait 30 days. It's bad business practice. And it's a way Amazon to protect customers, and sort of the first 30 days is just proving that you are a legit place or whatever, that they're going to get their items. So this doesn't happen if you have an individual store and in that you already have a PayPal e-commerce. You're already signed up with PayPal as an e-commerce. They're not holding the money for 30 days, and it's an individual store, so you can pay yourself whenever. So, but this is only for if you are selling on Amazon, and I don't know how eBay works, but if you're selling on Amazon, my God, the sun just disappeared. Etsy is another place that a lot of people sell on too, even though it's not allowed. I've sold on Etsy. I've gotten caught, and I have gotten caught. Just know, I don't recommend selling on Etsy only because if you get caught, they shut your store down and your customers can't see you at all. There is no visibility to your store, and when customers buy from you and then they go back to the place they bought it from and it's non-existent, they tend to freak out. So, and then contact PayPal and say, I think I got scammed or something. So do not sell on Etsy. I do not recommend it. A lot of people do it. It seems like an easy thing to do because, again, a lot of people go to Etsy. There's a lot of visibility to your store. It's less competition, even though it's still a lot of competition, and there's less rules and stuff like that Amazon has. So, but I still do not recommend that. So XO to no to Etsy. Unless you're actually selling handmade products, then yes, to Etsy. I actually did sell handmade products on Etsy before. That was my business in LA. If anybody ever wonders, my business in LA is that I made, designed, created, and sold my own accessory lines, and I sold them online to other stores and to markets in LA. If anybody ever wanted to know that. So that was my other business. So I think that's it. Like, basically just the only other tip I can give is always communicate with your customers. Like, customers hate if you're like literally an hour late in answering their emails. Customers tend to freak the fuck out. Communicate with your customers. Always be transparent with your customers. I mean, not, you don't have to tell them, oh yeah, by the way, like, this actually costs this much. I mean transparent. And when it comes to shipping time, or if their item got lost in the mail, or if it's damaged or something like that, just be transparent about stuff like that. Always communicate, always talk to them, always just be really respectful and friendly, and just like even go beyond. Like, customers love when you go be above and beyond, and you actually care about them and stuff like that. That's it. That's all I got. So that was my drop shipping story. I hope that helped everybody, and if anybody has any questions, if they didn't understand anything, again, I know I talk fast, so if you have any questions, please feel free to put in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please like it, and if you want to share this video, please share it. It really helps, guys. If anybody else has any more experience in drop shipping or anything like this, feel free to share with this community. And if you want to continue to follow me on this beautiful game called life, please subscribe, and thank you for live, love, life, and travel.